Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions. Today we're watching the season 1 finale of Breaking Bad. One of the things I loved about the previous episode was how when Walt and Jesse met up to start working together again, Walt made it very clear there is a division of responsibilities. I will handle the cooking, you will handle the criminal element, and immediately that began to break down. Walt is too sick to handle the cooking in the enclosed space with the limited oxygen, right? It was a problem. Jesse had to step in. And similarly, Jesse ran into some problems with the criminal element, ended up at the hospital, and Walt had to step in. He even took on a criminal pseudonym in the form of Heisenberg, which combined with his new look is actually really intimidating. This is the season 1 finale. Now, I am aware of the fact that this is one of many shows that were affected by the 2008 writer's strike, and I don't know how exactly. I remember hearing a story once upon a time that one of the main characters was intended to be killed off. I'm assuming Jesse would have been that character, and that because of the writer's strike, they shifted gears or plans, and that ended up not being the case. But what I'm wondering, and please tell me if that story is even true or not. I just heard a story. I read articles about all the shows affected by the writer's strike way back when because I was fascinated by it. What I'm wondering most of all is, was this episode even intended to be the finale, or did it just end up the finale because they ran out of episodes and were unable to produce more? Or were they able to make some tweaks to make it the finale? Let me know what you know, and we'll see how it goes. At any rate, I am excited to get into this episode and then follow up into episode 2. So thank you for watching with me and going on this incredible journey. Check me out on Patreon if you want to support the channel. But right now we're watching the season 1 finale of Breaking Bad for the very first time. Let's go.
What about the janitor that was dealing drugs at the school?
There is no indication that this individual was selling drugs. He was arrested for having a small amount of marijuana in his car, not in the school. We're currently reviewing our hiring policies.
You better be doing more than that.
Inside job? Someone who's still at the school?
Sir, at this time,
Walt.
I'm not able to discuss the details with you, but what I can tell you
Walt.
is that we have some very good people working very hard on this case.
I'm sorry, officer, but
Not the time, man.
And you have to level with us.
Really,
Or maybe it is.
all the information.
Is this his way of distracting himself from the meeting or distracting Skylar? Hey, make less facial expressions. You're being obvious.
Walt. Mr. White is currently on medical leave. But as he's chair of the science department, he's made a very special effort to be with us here.
Aww. Man, he got to steal the drugs. He's the reason we're all here, and he's getting applauded for it. How nice.
The inventory list for the missing labware is as follows. 1 round-bottom boiling flask. Some set funnels,
Who's,
thermometer.
what's going on here? Oh, after the meeting, they just, whoa.
Why was this so damn good?
Because it was illegal.
And not at all subtle. That was less subtle than the faces in the classroom. Thankfully, no one was in the police car right next to them. Jeez. Also, Walt's, in a way, bringing her into his world. Like, they're both enjoying some illegal activities. In Walt's mind, like, the fact that it was illegal is what made it so good. Like, that's fascinating.
Just imagine all the things you could do down here. Now remember, you're buying for this fantastic neighborhood.
Oh, is Jesse selling his house? Is the floor about to collapse because of acid?
What happened there?
Bit of a fixer, but this house has great bones.
By appointment only.
Oh, I'm here to see the owner.
Oh.
You can tell she has feelings about the owner. Not a fan.
Yo, it's appointment only.
Skinny Pete said he wanted Tuco's address. Acting like you're all out for blood.
Well,
You are alive. Obviously, you wised up.
nope.
No, I did go see him. That is 17.5. Your half of the 35,000. Plus, there's an extra 15 in there. It's all yours.
Oh, good. For a second, I thought he was keeping the 15 for himself.
Made a deal.
You made a deal? You see what he did to me?
He came to an understanding.
No way, man. Okay, no understanding.
Yeah, of course Jesse doesn't want to work with him.
Just imagine making that every week. 2 pounds a week, 35,000 a pound.
Without even talking to me, you told this
insane ass clown, we would give him 2 pounds a week? What about pseudo, man? How are we gonna get that? You think the meth fairy's just gonna bring it to us?
Yes.
I'm driving all the way out to Las Cruces, 200 miles each way to meet up with my Smurfs. And that's maybe only good for like maybe a half pound worth. See, that's the bottleneck in your brilliant business plan.
All right.
Of course, you would have known that if you would have just asked me.
So Walt's gonna come up with a creative solution.
His color is better, you know, his energy. Couldn't that mean that the chemo is working?
Well, realistically, it may just mean that we've got the antiemetics tuned right. Truth is, until Walt's finished this round of chemo and we look at a new PET scan, we just can't say for sure.
I've been wondering about alternative medicine.
Yeah, she'll try anything.
As long as it doesn't interfere with that treatment, anything that helps my patient have a better outlook can make a tremendous difference. But it's also important that we manage our expectations.
Oh, the hat. Okay.
You picked this place?
What's wrong with it? It's private.
A non-criminal's idea of a drug meet. This is like, oh, I saw this in a movie. Ooh.
Or a TV show.
Half the deals I've ever done went down at Taco Cabeza. Nice and public. Nobody ever gets shot at Taco Cabeza.
Ooh, that's a valid point.
Why not the mall? You know, wait at the Gap. Hey, it's time for the meet. Skip the part where psycho lunatic Tuco, you know, comes and steals my drugs and leaves me
Are they
bleeding
meeting
to death.
Tuco here? No. I would not have met Tuco here. I thought maybe they were meeting his like Smurfs or something, trying to get more pseudo, but
Look, you don't have to be here for this. Okay, I mean, seriously.
yeah, Jesse, I'm surprised Jesse would be here for this. I didn't think Jesse would have nothing to do with Tuco. Like, this is all
pussy.
Heisenberg's deal now.
I'm good.
I bet he comments on the location too.
What, they closed the mall or something? That's it? That's all you got? You told me 2 pounds, and now you waste my time with these chiclets?
17 and a half, minus the half for wasting my time.
I want all of it.
Walt. What?
Consider it a capital investment.
Bold.
52 and a half, 25 points big.
Big. Interest weekly.
$65,625 with interest.
They're showing them your intelligence.
1.875 pounds.
No, 2 pounds next Friday and no production problems.
Can you handle 4 pounds?
Big promises.
Man, talk is talk, but owing me money, that's bad.
All right. Wow. Not exactly thrilled, but he did it. He gave us all the money.
4 pounds. 2 pounds wasn't bad enough. We're talking 200-300 boxes of sinus pills. There ain't that many Smurfs in the world.
We're not going to need pseudoephedrine.
What?
We're going to make phenylacetone in a tube furnace. Then we're going to use reductive amination to yield methamphetamine, 4 pounds.
So no pseudo.
No pseudo.
Wow.
So you do have a plan. Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
Yeah, science. All right, Mr. White. That's amazing.
I think some of those items may be challenging.
40 grams thorium nitrate. Yo, Mr. White, I can't even pronounce half this shit.
Seems harder to get than the pseudo.
All right, I'm leaving town. I'm moving to like Oregon or something.
Jesse, it's hard, but it's worth the effort.
Is the first day of the rest of your life.
Okay.
But
Inspiring.
what kind of life will it be, huh? Will it be a life of fear, of, oh, no, I can't do this, of never once believing in yourself?
I don't know.
Listen, these things, we need them.
Welcome to your baby shower, Esmeralda! Esmeralda?
I love that we're seeing this as a home video.
Baby, time to party!
Wow, calm down a little bit.
Right after the party, your name was changed to Holly.
Say hello to your daughter.
Oh, I'm very proud of you.
Tone change.
I think about you all the time. Wherever you go, whatever you do in life,
Oh.
always know that you have a family who loves you very, very much.
I was going to say the energy of the video went from Aunt Marie to Walt really brought down the mood, but no, what he did is he took it from surface level of Aunt Marie to depth and meaning and significance. Good for him. Speaking to his daughter as if he's not around anymore, but hopefully he is.
A tiara.
For the baby.
Oh. Marie, is this
I've never heard of such a thing.
gold and several carats worth of zircons? Oh, Marie, you spent too much.
Nah, she stole that.
Sparkly.
I don't know that she stole it. Just a theory based off of something I saw her do once before.
I got just a thing to go with that.
Aww.
I'm sorry, man. I was
Yeah, the lung cancer.
No. It's okay. Hank, I've already got lung cancer.
Okay. You got me there. Cuban. I did a little favor for an FBI guy.
Now, I was under the impression that these were illegal.
Not if you're doing it with the DEA.
Sometimes forbidden fruit tastes the sweetest, doesn't it?
Walt would agree. That's kind of a theme in this episode, isn't it?
It's funny, isn't it? How we draw that line. Well, what's legal? What's illegal? You know, if we were drinking this in 1930, we'd be breaking the law. Who knows what will be legal next year?
Not cooking meth.
Visit lockup, you hear a lot of guys talking like that. It don't only go one way either. Sometimes there's stuff that's legal that shouldn't be. Friggin' meth used to be legal.
I did not know that.
Used to sell it over every counter at every pharmacy across America.
Wow.
Yeah, they came to their senses on that one, huh?
Yeah.
Love that it hits so close to home with what he's doing. That's great.
A white gold tiara for a newborn baby.
It's weird, man.
You know, I think she got that at Gertrude Zachary's in Nob Hill. I mean, that thing must have cost like, what, $500 or $600? I think I'm gonna return it.
You sure? She's bound to find out.
Don't. If it is stolen, that's a problem. If it's not stolen, that's $500 or $600.
You know, I've been thinking about what you said to Dr. Del Cavoli about alternative medicine.
No, don't worry. I'm not gonna mention that anymore.
No. What I mean is that maybe there is something to it. You do this Navajo sweat lodge up by Farmington. It's supposed to be good for your lungs.
You, in a sweat lodge.
I was thinking about driving up on Friday.
Oh, it's a cover.
Sunday. I mean, if you're okay with it.
It's a cover for some deep underground cooking. Oh, but it makes her feel like really listened to and loved and valued. So like it's a win-win for Walt, right?
Yeah, like you asked. I mean, this crap
stuff.
wasn't easy to get, and it's expensive.
I don't see the methylamine.
Yeah, well, that's where I ran into some trouble. They got it locked down tight, but I did find some pros who will rip it off for us. 10 grand.
So what's the problem? You have the money.
No, I already spent almost the whole wad. I mean, I got like 2 grand left. I told you all this crap was expensive.
Oh, jeez.
Did they say where they would be stealing it from?
They got guards and security cameras, big ass steel doors. That's why these dudes are charging so much.
I was gonna say, don't outsource without talking to Walt. I don't trust people, but maybe Walt has an idea.
So why don't we just steal it ourselves?
That seems like a bad idea.
How are we gonna do that?
With this.
What even is that?
So, what's this stuff called again?
Thermite.
And that will cut through a lock.
In World War II, the Germans had an artillery piece. It's the biggest in the world. You could drop bombs on it every day for a month without ever disabling it. Drop a commando, one man, with just a bag of this, and he could melt right through 4 inches of solid steel and destroy that gun forever.
So yeah, it'll work. It has to go through some kind of chemical process first, whether it's heat or what, I don't know, but...
You'd like to return this?
Well, it's very nice, but yes, it was a gift.
Ah, a gift?
Oh.
Mr. Wilson, could you step over here, please?
Oh, no.
I'd like you to watch this lady while I phone the police.
Oh, no.
Excuse me?
Ma'am, this item is stolen, as I'm sure you know.
Oh, they think she stole it.
Come with me, please. I intend to press charges.
Oh, no. She's the worst thief ever to come right back here and try to get money for it. Or it's a good idea, but it's a bad idea.
A baby shower gift.
So who gave it to you then?
She ain't ratting on her sister.
I think I have to tell you that.
Ma'am, you don't have to tell me anything. You can talk to the police, and I can tell them how my daughter-in-law remembers showing this particular item to a tall blonde woman who, when her back was turned, walked right out the door with it.
Does sound like Skylar.
I can talk to the Channel 3 News. I can tell them how you people, without a shred, without a modicum of evidence,
Oh, she's good.
pregnant woman in a dank storeroom.
This is my office.
I feel I'm being held hostage. I'm going into labor. Yes, I. Oh!
She's so full of it. This is so entertaining. And she's free to go.
Marie, it's Skylar. I just left Zachary's. I need to talk to you.
Confrontation. I love that. She is not afraid of confrontation. So, like, good for her. I was going to say, like, what are the odds between Walt and Skylar? Skylar ends up in jail, but nope. Neither of them.
Here.
Oh.
It's all they had. Go to another store. If this is all they had, you're in the wrong place. What?
Hey, Jimmy, I'm stopping for a 1000.
He's not supposed to come back.
Bathroom break. Oh, they're going to lock him in? I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Maybe it's a great idea.
Is this going to be allowed? Find out in about 10 seconds.
Oh, gosh. Get back, get back. That's cool. We're banking on no... Never mind. Definitely 100% an alarm. So let's move very fast.
What's going on?
That kind of worked out really good.
Where are the gallon jugs? Let's just take this. Come on. Come on.
A gallon jug would have been far more convenient. On the other hand, if we succeed in carrying a barrel of the stuff out, gonna last us a lot longer. Or at least, that's such a funny image. Oh man, this is great.
Oh man, come on, let me try it.
How is it going to be any different?
Y'all are gonna need a new RV.
Yeah.
But he does have the magic touch.
Eat it. Okay, I'm the king. I'm the king.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Well, this thing's not going anywhere.
One setback after another. You can't sell the house if y'all start cooking down here, right?
You're a real estate agent. When is she supposed to come back?
Yeah, I don't know. Good call, yo.
Is she coming back now? Is she setting up for an open house? Show me the sign. Sunny for his open house! That's horrible. Walt and Jesse can't catch a break. One setback after another.
I'll need to run it 2 more hours to have enough to make 4.5 pounds. 2 pounds pays Tuco back. 4.5 pounds puts us $44,000 ahead each.
Right on, man. Someone's in my yard. Shh.
This is freaking intense, man. Oh no.
Is there by any chance scheduled for this afternoon an open house?
I left her a message, man. It's not my fault.
Keep them out of here. Do you understand?
It's so easy for her.
I left you like 15 messages. When I went to your office, you snuck out the back way.
I didn't sneak. I was going to lunch. Jeez, Skylar, what are you, the paranoid police?
But Marie, they accused me at Zachary's of shoplifting it.
What were you doing at Zachary's?
I was returning it.
She has a really good playing dumb face.
Why'd you do such a thing?
I have no idea what the hell you're even talking about.
She's committing to playing dumb. Seems like everyone's done some kind of minor crime except for Skylar.
Hey, yo! Excuse me, I'd just like to see the basement.
Yo, it's occupied.
Just want to see the basement. What's the big deal?
Yo, you ain't seen the basement.
Yeah, this is...
Now beat it. All you all, house is not for sale.
Yeah, you should have done that in the first place. That's what I thought he was going to do. Gonna need a new realtor if you're intending to sell the house later, because she's gotta be done.
Everything okay?
No. She stole it.
People sometimes do things for their families.
People sometimes do things for their families.
Talking about himself.
And what, that justifies stealing? That must have been some sweat lodge.
What would you do if it were me?
You know, interesting question. Testing the waters.
What do you mean if it were you?
Could I one day tell Skylar that I'm a criminal now?
Divorce me, would you turn me into the police?
You don't want to find out.
Interesting answer. Wow, yeah. And it's blue. That's what I knew about the show. It's blue because of the chemicals.
This is blue.
Rather than the pseudo.
It is every bit as pure.
Maybe blue, but it's the bomb.
All right, careful, Jesse. Maybe don't help.
Oh, tight, yeah. Oh, blue, yellow, pink.
Whatever, man. Just keep bringing me that.
Oh, yeah.
And what did I say, man? This guy can cook.
Tuco's fully on board.
All right, we're gonna make a lot of money together.
I hope so.
Just remember who you're working for.
Careful now, no need.
What did you say?
Oh, Tuco's mad about it too.
Are you saying that they're stupid?
The number 2 shouldn't talk. Jesse, this guy.
I'm just saying. Are you saying that I'm stupid?
Nah, come on, Tuco.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying.
No, you're just speaking for me.
Hey, why don't we all just relax, huh?
I wouldn't talk. Tuco's unpredictable.
I'm a left.
He relaxes differently than I do. Ooh. If I'm not mistaken, this guy
Damn, man, look at that. Look.
just beat him to death.
Next week.
The other guy just took the body instinctively. Like, this is something that has maybe happened before. By the way, I don't think I would want to work for Tuco. We're in it now, though.
Got some bad news, Mom.
Yeah, this is not great news. We really see the type of person Tuco is. I feel like Tuco is the kind of person who like wouldn't be able to sustain a criminal empire for long because he's so unpredictable, so unhinged, and more than a little bit crazy. But it was a successful drug deal. We've got the money. We can pay for our medical bills, and we're on for next week. So it is certainly an arrangement that's working out just fine in the immediate now. Another great episode, harkening back to my question I posed at the beginning. I do wonder if this was intended to be a finale. I feel like the last episode almost was more of a finale than this one, but it was still a very strong episode of Breaking Bad, continuing the story and Walt and Jesse and their relationship with Tuco deepening, and I find it fascinating. I love Walt coming up with the creative solution. We can't get enough pseudo to do 2 pounds, and so he has a whole different chemical process that makes the meth blue. Well, I'm out of spoilers for the show because that's the one thing that I knew before we started. I loved the 3-day weekend, the heist, the whole thing, getting the chemical process. And now he has the process to create 4.5 pounds per week. So that's good, and it's not good at the same time. I'm just wondering, maybe the next step is to, like, I don't know, I don't want to say take over Tuco's business, but the man's unhinged, right? We need to be our own distributors, or we need to find someone more stable than Tuco. On the other hand, now that we're working with Tuco, we can't go anywhere else because he won't let us. So this, I don't know, man. I'm just excited to see how this story continues to develop. I'm beginning to seem like everyone's doing minor crimes, and except for Skyler, of course. Although that's not true. I want to amend that statement because, okay, so we have Walt Jr. attempting to buy beer underage. Of course, Skyler, this would be her sister Marie with the shoplifting. We have Hank with the Cubans, and Skyler, I don't know what you would call it, but they had sex in public, which was illegal, right? They talked about it. And then, of course, Walt's doing the most. Okay, if all of them were to be caught, tried, and persecuted for their crimes, Walt would get the most severe punishment, I am sure. However, it's just interesting that, you know, nobody's completely innocent in this show. I enjoyed Jesse's journey a little bit just in this episode. The man is resisting working for Tuco because Tuco beat the crap out of him, right? I don't feel like he should have had to work with Tuco, but once he realized that this is happening, he didn't back down. He didn't shy away from it or try to hide. He went head on. He said, if we're doing this, I'm going to go. I'm going to be there in person and work with you. And I respect the heck out of that. I would still love for him to be able to sell the house just because, like, it is a place that holds some nightmarish memories for him. But it created some really fun suspense with him not being able to sell the house in the moment because they're cooking in the basement. I don't think that is also, I don't think that is a long-term solution for them either. It was so much fun to watch. He'll definitely need a new realtor if he does sell the place. And he has money coming in now that even if he chose not to sell, he could at least, like, buy a new place fairly quickly, I would imagine. This is what, 2008, 2009? Pricing to buy is certainly going to be more affordable than it is in 2025. The subplot of this episode with Skyler kind of, well, not investigating, but the The baby shower was somewhat entertaining. I loved Walt's speech, but it wasn't even really a speech. It just was kind of a spontaneous moment to talk to Holly. I just loved like the tone change from what Marie was doing to what Walt was doing. And it's just funny. I thought it was like a tone change from high energy to low energy. And then it ended up just being from surface level to deep and meaningful. I loved that moment so much. But it resulted in Skylar finding out that her sister has been stealing. And of course, she denied it. She was not willing to admit it. And I get that. I don't know if I were the one stealing, if I thought I could get away with denying it, I suppose I would try to deny it too. But at some point, she's either going to stop stealing, which I doubt, she seems to have a little bit of a problem, or she's going to get caught and have to confront it. And Skylar, I don't think will let it go. She is like a dog with a bone. When she senses someone she cares about is into something that they shouldn't, she is going to confront. And that's an admirable quality. I imagine if you're the person being confronted, it's a very annoying quality to leave me alone, let me live my life. We didn't see much in the way of Hank's investigation, but we know that it's still happening. So more to come from that in season 2, I'm sure. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. I'd love to hear all your thoughts on this whole season. This show is so good. You already know that. And I have to imagine it's just going to continue to get better and better. I didn't think I would enjoy season 1 of this show as much as I expected. And speaking of expectations, the show is not exactly what I expected. I figured it was going to be more of like a character drama, a little slower moving, and probably like just intense and heavy. And there is some intense and heaviness to it. Make no mistake, there is some intensity, there is some heaviness, there is some weight and some real drama to these characters and these situations, some real darkness at the center. But there's also some levity and in a way that's just genuinely fun to watch. And that part is taking me by surprise a little bit. Like there's a lot of humorous moments, and I might find some humor where maybe there wasn't intended. I don't really know if all the things that I'm finding humorous are meant to be humorous or not, but I'm having a great time watching this show, and I hope that you're enjoying watching it with me and my reactions. I hope it's recapturing what you felt the first time you watched it, or maybe making you or helping you, causing you to look at something a little bit different. If you are enjoying it and would like to watch 2 months in advance, or just to support me, you can check me out over on Patreon. And if not, I'm just so happy you're here watching with me on YouTube, and I'll see you next week. We're gonna start season 2. Can't wait. See you then. Bye.